Hi everyone, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a little bit of work on the butterfly journal, so I hope you will stick with me and see what we've got going on today. I want to finish the spread that is going to be the inside cover in the first pages of the journal, and I've got a big stack of stuff here that I'm going to work on to fill this pocket and kind of make this whole spread here complete. So the first thing that I want to do is make a journal card to go inside this pocket, and actually I'm going to make two. I'm going to make one really large one and then a smaller one, and then we're going to embellish this pocket a little bit and then do some little things over here to kind of bring this spread together. So let's get started and I'll tell you what I have in mind. I'm going to move that out of the way so that it's not taking up room. For the big card, I have taken one of Amy's envelope covers, and I do not know if this is from the, it's either from the Ribbit digital or her Toads digital. I had some left of them both, and I'm just not sure which one this goes to, but it's one of those two, which they're both really cute. You need to check them out on her page on Etsy, or her store, I guess would be the correct way to say it. And I'm just inking around the edges a little bit. And you can see that I'm not using this in a conventional envelope cover kind of way, and that is totally intentional. So what I do have is I have the vellum part of an envelope that I'm going to glue on the back of here, because I do want the vellum to cover the opening. And I'm just going to glue it on, because this is not going to be a pocket or anything. It's actually going to be a journal card. That's why I didn't use a real envelope or anything like that, or make an envelope. You don't even have to use, with these covers, you can make an envelope out of it. You don't have to, you know, put it on an existing envelope. Okay, so, and I don't know why I'm putting that in there, because I'm fixing to use it. Alright, so there is, and you could use vellum for that, or you could use tracing paper, or you don't have to put anything back there. I just wanted something, I wanted the vellum to be there. And then I'm going to put this flower in the window, but I need to ink it up. First, I probably need to cut it down so I know where to ink, right? That would be the smart thing to do. Alright, so I'm just going to fold this over to give me a general idea of where I need to tear it or cut it or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Let's see if that fits. Decide kind of where I want it. So, I want to ink it pretty strongly down here. This is kind of slick paper that this flower is on. It's out of a flower book. So the inking is going to appear to be strong, but then I'm going to wipe it back a little bit once I get it on there, because I know it's going to wipe off some. I want it to be a little bit white because it's going to tie into the other side, but not completely white. I'm just putting a little dab. Sorry if I've reached across there. I'm putting a little dab of water on my paper towel here. Just so I can kind of blend that in a little bit. Okay, let's see how that looks. Yep, I think that'll work. And actually, I might use my little skinny double-sided tape on this so I can kind of press it up against the back so I can get a good position on it. Does that make sense? I'll show you what I mean when I get it on here. And that way I don't have to worry about glue seepage either on my vellum. Oh. Sorry if I move off screen for a minute so I can rip this. It's not going to rip. Last piece, and it's going to be a pain. Alright. Okie dokie. Get this papers off. Maybe. Okay, so now I can hold it this way and decide where I want it, and then stick it down. Okay, so there's that part, and then I have just a scrap piece of manila folder here, and I'm gonna mount this whole thing down on that. Like that, because I want this to be a journaling card, so I want it to be a little bit more sturdy. And I'm going to use art glitter glue so I don't have any warping going on. You could use a glue stick. And if I was not filming, that is probably what I would use. And I always say we're filming, and you know, there's no film involved. Recording, I guess, would be better word to use. All right. And as I go through this and we start putting things in that spread, I'll explain to you my thinking behind why I'm using the things that I am, in case you're wondering why I do certain things. Alright, so I'm going to cut that, and then on the other side, I'm going to use some lined coffee dyed paper that I got from Paper Baker. And it is, yeah, I like that. This, and it has this on the one side, and then you can get it lined, or you can get it plain on the back. And she has several designs, and they're actually, I'm using one of the other designs in the same spread, and I'll show you that when we get back to the book. But I'm going to put this lined on the back so that there's a really nice journaling spot there. And again, I'm going to use the art glitter glue to keep from warping. I think I told you guys when we came back from Germany, our upstairs air conditioning unit had quit working. We ended up having to replace it, and they did that earlier this week. And I tell you what, I'm glad that we went ahead and had it done, because it's 85 degrees here today, which is not horrible, but my studio is upstairs where the air conditioner wasn't working. And so I'm very grateful that we went ahead and did that, because I think I would be very uncomfortable. Ooh, I just tore that. Very uncomfortable up here today if that air conditioner was not working. Minor boo-boo. It's alright though. We don't like perfection anyway. Or I don't. Okay, so let's cut this away now. Alright, so there's our first journal card. And I need to decide if I want to do anything else to that. But while that is drying, I'm going to work on the second one, which is going to be this little card, or this little pieces of card. This is Tim Holtz. I think this is from the original papers. I don't think it is a backdrop paper. I think it's from one of the original paper pads. It's just a little scrap I had. And then this is a little journal card that I believe is from 49 and Market, I think. And I'm going to put that right on there like that. But I may put some book page or something. A little bit of something. What if I put, I want to make sure I have enough. Alright, so I tear this little piece right here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll put just that little piece up in the corner. I don't know how much of this will get done. I don't want to keep you guys forever, and I certainly don't want to bore you to death. But hopefully we can get this spread done. No, I'm not, because I'm going to cover that back. I was just going to wrap it around, but I'm not, because I'm going to, oops, put that lined paper on it, because I don't think you can write on what's on the back of there. Okay, now we'll put this, not that way, put this on the back, and I may just leave it just a little wider. And put another little edge on there. No, I don't think I will, because I don't know that it will fit in my pocket. I'm going to leave it a little wider. Yes, no, yes, no. And then if I have to trim it off, I will. Just a tad. Alright. So let's glue that on. You could have written on the back of that. I'm not going to put anything on the back of that. I am going to put this little label on here. Oh, come on, glue. Okay, so this one is going to set in front of this one in the pocket. So I feel like I want to put a tab or something right here on that one. And I think I may use these little skee ball tickets. Did y'all play skee ball? We did. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I grew up at the beach. I lived in Charleston. And whenever we'd go to the beach, they had a pavilion there that had skee ball, and we always played skee ball in the arcade. To get tickets to get some little junk toy that you probably could have got for a lot less somewhere. Alright, so that's gonna set like that. Okay, so let's figure out, I need a big long number to go right there, I think. I have a big long number, or I could use this filled label. Is this gonna work? Yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, I like that little tag. It just fell out from somewhere. Who knows where. Okay. I have no idea where I've stuck my glue book. There it is. Alright, we'll see if I can get this in the right spot. Okay. So that's gonna go there. And then I'd like to have some kind of circle there. I'm still here. I'm just thinking. I was trying to think if I wanted maybe a stamp on there too. Or something. do want to keep that to use. Oops. More butterfly stuck to my finger. Let me see. No, I think that'll be okay because it's going to be down in the pocket. But we might want something there. Okay, let's bring our book back over. And I'm going to round the edges of this card so it doesn't look so harsh. I'm going to use the big one, the 1/2 inch. It's not quite dry yet, so it's not wanting to cooperate with me, but we got it. Alright, ink those up again. Alright, so this is going to go in here. Do I need to... Nope. I start to say, do I need to take some off? But I don't think so. And then this one is going to go in front. So that's what we have so far. And that is going to stick up. But that's okay. It just feels like it needs something right here. Like a round something. Maybe I can find something in my Kathy Holden stickers that's round. That one's a possibility. Here's one that's kind of a charcoal grayish color. I like that one too. And hold that one out. A whole page of round ones somewhere. Here we go. Oops. Dropping. Uncoordinated. Okay. Alright, so we could do this one, but if we do this one, we'd have to have something else in the center, I feel like, because that's not really anything. We've got this one, which I like, with a number 10 on it. And we've also got this color. Nope, don't like that one. We've got this color. Nope, I don't like that one. Doesn't have a border. What about this one? Yep, I like that one. So we're gonna put that one right there. All right, so now we need to address this down here, and I think I am going to use something that I've obviously buried somewhere. Goodness gracious, guys. I like that, but I feel like that's too matchy-matchy, because that was not my idea. I can't find my stuff here. I've got all the ephemera that I have made for this journal kind of sitting over to the side. And I had, this is what I want to do. Yeah, I like that because it ties in the kind of blue greens and this kind of color that we got going on. So I'm gonna put that down, but I'm gonna put it on like a pocket so that if you wanted to stick something down in there, you could. So I'm gonna glue 3 sides. And it could be I'll find something down the road that I want to stick in there. I'm not gonna put a thumb notch in it though, in case I decide I don't want to stick anything to it. I don't have a thumb notch there that looks like. Plus I have a thumb notch here, so I don't want to put another one in there. All right, so there is that, and I feel like we probably need to put something here, and that probably needs to be a butterfly, but I don't want to make that decision right now at this point. All right, so this is the page we made, that I made in the last, I saw it on Pinterest, in the spot that it's going. And then we have this to address. Do we want to leave that as that, or do we want to maybe put some of this lined paper on here, or do we want to do something else entirely? I'm going to leave that undecided at this point. I am going to put this little piece of ephemera on here like a tab, and I'm going to ink all around this page. And this is just a clean off page where I was doing some gel printing, and I was rolling off my brayer onto the sheet of paper, and this is what happened. So I thought it was cool. I kept it, and now I think it looks really good in this journal. So I'm going to put this here, like I said, like a tab. Let me ink the back of it, or do I want to cover the back of it with some book page? I think that's what I'll do. That way it won't be white on the back. Just glue that on there real quick. So I just glued a little piece of scrapbook page on there. And I'm going to trim around that. Ink. Then I'm going to glue it just like this, like a little tab. Just like so, so that you can see it sticking out. Okay, now this is the other paper baker page, and it has butterflies on it, and I want to mount this little card up here in the corner, and I'm just going to put an brad through it. I'm gonna put one of these. Actually, a brad may. Oh, I have some big ones though, I think. Start to say a brad may be too small. But I think I have some with a bigger head on them. I'm also going to put a piece of tape over this little brad here. Do I want to make that a tuck? I think I will. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it across the top and down the side and put it up in this corner. And then let's see what I have bread-wise. See, that's gonna go right through. Maybe I'll use rusty paper clip instead. Okay, so now we have a tuck right here. Okay, do I want to do anything else here? I might want to No, but I might want to do something here. Alright, so if I look at it this way, I've got some original ephemera to put in here as well. That's why I was making this a tuck. I think I'm just going to staple that on there. But I don't want the staples on there to show on the other side. The lemma. Let's just run, I'm going to run a bead of glue just right across here. Yeah. And then the other piece that I have is this invoice. And it's not too terribly old. I mean, this one is older. This one's 1944. And I'm going to stick it up under here. I like the color of it. Where do I want to do it? Yeah, I'm going to do it this way, I think. Okay. All right, what else are we going to do? need to do something there. I feel like I do, but what? That is the question. Okay, if you look at it here, you cannot see, other than these littles, you can't see a butterfly. So we need to put a butterfly somewhere on this part. If you flip it here, you've got the butterflies here and here. So I'm not so concerned. If you flip it here, you've got the butterfly here. So we definitely need something here. Oh, one thing that I do have is I have this butterfly wing. And this is one of Tim Holtz transparent wings. And I put some alcohol ink on it. And I put a ball pen with some little seed beads. So where do we want to do? What do we want to do with that? Do we want to use it at this point, or do we want to wait? And then I've got a whole a butterfly over here somewhere. Here. I can't pick it up. There we go. So we can either put it here or we can put it here. And it's pretty heavy, so I don't know that it would work here since we're flipping this up, or gonna flip it up. And I don't have to use this one. I've got others that I could use. And I've also got stamps that I could use. Also got rub-ons, but they're not very big. Wish that was a tad smaller. Cut this. I like the color, but it's just gonna be too big. Too big, guys, too big. I don't think I can get it. I mean, this one has to stay together because it's like a plate. You know what I mean? I mean, the butterfly is like not together. It's like a scientific picture or whatever. Yeah, I almost like that one that had the blue on it better. This one. Let's do that one. I'm going to zip around this one real quick. Bear with me. say real quick. I don't know how quick my fussy cutting is, but just about done. Yep, let's do that one. Okay, I'm gonna take my marker pen here and put some antennae on him. Okay. Alright, so I think that's got us a good start, and I may end up putting something else on this as well. I know I need to ink it. It definitely needs to be aged up a little bit. Like I said, this one is not too terribly old, but I liked the color of it. So, and I liked that it said Oxford Line Service, since we're doing the butterflies. All right, so let's look at this whole thing here. So what we have, whenever I am, and I've explained this before, so if you have heard it before, I apologize, but I do have some new subscribers, so I kind of want to explain the way that I do journals. When I'm thinking about a journal spread, and I open the journal, I think of everything that I can see when I'm on a particular page as being part of the spread. So I am not only looking at this page and this page, but I'm looking at everything that I can see all the way down. And so I want to make sure when I do that, that I have a cohesive look, you know, from here to here, or even here, but especially from here to here. And so that's why, you know, when I go to work on something like this, I'm not only working on this page and this page, but I'm working on the pages underneath as well, so that when I get finished and I have a, you know, open to this page, I feel like that it's a complete look all the way through. I hope that makes sense. And the same, you know, when I flip this page, I want this to be a complete look all the way through. Same with when I flip this page, I want this to be a complete look all the way through. And so you can see right now, as it stands, this looks like nothing's been done. So at some point, I will address that, and I will do something here to make this still look complete. Even though this may remain a writing spot, I will somehow tie it into what I can see from here to here. So when I move to the next page and I've got all this blank space, then when I create, you know, whatever I'm doing here, it will be, you know, looking back this way as far as looking this way. I hope that makes sense. Okay. And like I said, I do have several ephemeral pieces. Like this is the middle of the first signature, and I do know that this piece is going in here. So, that's Charlie and our little story about Charlie. And then, this is the second signature, and it actually has one of Amy's pages as the center of it. So there will be a little bit of embellishing here, but nothing like what needs to happen here, because obviously it's blank, and that's an envelope that's going to wrap around the page. Alright, so there you go. There's our total layout for this particular page, and I'm quite pleased with it. I think all the colors go well. I think it does look complete. The only other change that I may make to it once I decide is I may put something else here because I feel it's a little bare there, and then I may put something here, and then I may, you know, find something that I want to stick down in there. But other than that, color-wise, I'm real happy with it. And let me know what you guys think about it. And let me know if you have any questions or anything like that. And I will see you guys back the next time. Bye.